Thanks for tuning into AFTERBUZZ TV. My name is Danica Kennedy, and I'm going to be your host tonight. We are discussing the season 12 premiere of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And for those of you that watched us last year, thanks for returning. You may notice that I'm missing a few co-hosts tonight. Slackers. They'll be back here next week. Don't you worry about it. But the gang turns black tonight. Just when we thought that they wouldn't cross the line any further, of course, they take it another step. So interesting episode. By the way, you can follow us all on Twitter at AFTERBUZZ TV. We're going to start live tweeting for each episode starting next week. And you can follow me online at Danica Kennedy. But gang turns black, pretty, on topic with everything that's going on in the world with Black Lives Matter and politics even. We did a shout out to the presidents in this episode. But they start watching The Wiz in the beginning of the episode, and they are discussing how they need to make like a remake of Wizard of Oz. Very offensive in many ways, but it's all about like Black Lives Matter for the most part, and I just like can't believe that this is still like an argument going on. Of course they do, and I hate when people say, well, of course they do, because that's not the problem. You don't go to the doctor and you're like, hey, this bone is broken, I need it fixed, and they're like, all bones are important. You're like, well, this one is the problem. Black Lives Matter. So basically, they get electrocuted while watching The Wiz by some electric blankets. They look in the mirror and they're black. And it's not like they're actually black, though. It's only when they look in the mirror. And the whole thing ends up being a dream. And it's absolutely outrageous for me to be breaking this down as the whitest host at AFTERBUZZ TV. But they immediately get arrested. They deal with racial profiling. Charlie ends up getting shot, even though he's a little black boy in this whole thing. He ends up holding up a toy train that the cops gave him, and then they think it's a gun and they shoot him down. And they get kicked out of many things. They have a lot of issues through the whole thing. But on a brighter note, the best part about this episode was that it was a musical, and I have been so excited that they do musicals in this show. I was ready for a new one, but not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous while watching this. I think most of it was pretty funny. They definitely were like about to cross the line during multiple parts. And I want to hear what you guys have to say about it, honestly. I want to hear your thoughts on this episode, your feedback. We love connecting with our fans here at AFTERBUZZ TV, as you know, so stay connected. And I just have to do like a little shout out. This is such a side note, such a tangent, but Jimmy Simpson is killing it right now. You guys know Liam McPoyle, the McPoyle twins, the brothers. He's starring in Westworld right now, which is like the biggest show on TV. It is so crazy. And then Kaitlin Olson has a new show out called The Mick. Speaking of, racial slurs, isn't that like kind of like a little against Irish people? Like it's a little derogatory. I don't think she cares. I mean, she's on It's Always Sunny, and they just did this episode. But please leave some comments on our YouTube page and tweet us. We love getting back to our fans. And next week, we're going to have the rest of the gang back in the studio. But until next time, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AFTERBUZZ TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AFTERBUZZ TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzzTV or its owners or principals.